Hi, my name is Sarah Miracle and I'm an attorney here in Maryville, Tennessee. I'm here today to talk to you about preventative legal services, what they are, what they aren't, and what you might expect if you were to come to me for this service. Now let's talk about what preventative legal services are. As far as I'm aware, I'm the only attorney that offers services like these. If you're aware of anybody else that does, please leave me a comment so I can get in contact with them and see how they do things. But what it is when someone is close to you or when you are dealing with illegal substances or illegal behavior with substances, and you are trying to find out what your legal alternatives are and decide your next course of action, this may be an avenue for you to find what you're looking for. What I do basically is I sit down with the individual that we're concerned about and I talk about their life. I talk about what they're doing in a confidential setting. I talk about the legal implications federally and at a state level. And we go into how substances are affecting and impacting their lives or your life. Now, who typically hires me? Usually it is a family member of a loved one. So if your child is involved in illegal substances and you're concerned that they may end up facing criminal charges, you're trying to get ahead of that. Or the individual themselves will hire me to, because they know they're engaging in illegal activity and they're concerned about what's going to happen to them if and when they are inevitably encounter law enforcement. And furthermore, it could be any loved one, a girlfriend, a friend, who is concerned about the quality of life. And that's really what we're going to be talking about. I am not a therapist, but we're talking about the quality of your life. What are substances taking away from you that you need to get back to live a happy and fulfilled life? And what avenues are available to you? Now, even if the individual that we're concerned about is not the person who hires me, they will be the only one that I talk to. I will gather emails from loved ones and learn more about the situation so that when they come in, I can speak to them about what I already know. I do some background research. And to that extent, I do communicate with the family more than I normally would for a criminal or a family law proceeding. But I will not have conversations afterwards about what's discussed. I may talk to them about what they want to say to the person who hired me. But I will not be discussing anything that is said during this consultation. Now, what this is not is an intervention, and this is not a substitute for therapy. In fact, I will likely encourage you to meet with a therapist and begin discussing your life and the things around it, the things that surround your substance abuse that might have led you down that path. Oftentimes I've found that unresolved trauma and underlying psychiatric disorders can be behind some severe substance abuse, and I will encourage you to meet with a therapist on a regular basis and get to the bottom of why you feel the need to numb out or engage in reckless behavior or do other things that are that substances are known and very commonly do. But I'm not a therapist. What this is for somebody who's not quite ready for therapy. They're not quite to the point where they want to hire somebody to meet with them every week. They want to have somebody for a limited time frame to explain to them what their choices are. It may be somebody who does not believe that they need to be in a rehabilitation facility or in an intensive outpatient program. but who the family feels like that's what they need. And we'll discuss that, the implications of it, what it's really like. But this is not an intervention as well. There will be no transportation to a rehabilitation facility at the end of this. I will not say to you, you have to do this at the end of our conversation. What I will say to you is these are your options as far as going to a rehabilitation facility, perhaps dealing with some of the aspects of your life that will be unresolved during your stay, perhaps getting in contact with somebody about scholarships or grants to defray some of the costs associated with the rehabilitation facility. I do my best to maintain contacts with local rehabilitation facilities, halfway houses, things like that, therapists that specialize in substance abuse, local AA groups, all sorts of different avenues out of substance abuse. That's what I spend a great deal of my time doing, is getting to know the people that run these programs and learning about what's available for my clients. So that's what we'll be discussing. And I just really want to say that this, as we all know, is a major issue in our society. And when it impacts somebody in your life, it is devastating. It is absolutely devastating, whether it's opioids, barbiturates, stimulants, alcohol abuse, whatever the substance is. It can tear apart your job, your family, your sense of well-being, your sense of who you are. Everything can suffer. And so this is really for the families and for the loved ones and for the individuals who are trying to reclaim their lives and don't quite know where to go. This is a place you can go. And I will tell you everything that I know from my experience as an appointed attorney, from my personal experience, from what I've done via research, as I've already mentioned, getting in contact with groups and spending time with people in recovery. And I will do everything that I can to make sure that you have the resources available to make your life better than it is when you walk into my office. That is my goal for each and every one of my clients. Really, that's my goal, no matter whether you're a criminal client, family law client, or a preventative legal services client. At this point, if you're considering it, you're not quite sure if you're ready to take that leap, reach out to me. You can reach me through my website, www.sarahmiraclelaw.com. There's a contact form that you can fill out, and I can go into more details for you. I offer a 15-minute free phone call consultation, or you could pay $250 for an in-person 1-hour consultation, or you can sign up for one of my packages that you can see that's available on the webpage. And we can go for 3 hours, 6 hours, or 10 hours of devoted attorney time to your issue. So at the end of this, I just want you to know that you're not alone. And there are resources available that you might not think that you might not have thought of yet. And I thank you very much for watching this video. I wish you well. And I hope that you will please like and subscribe to my channel. I am a solo practitioner and a female-owned law firm. And I would very much appreciate your support. Thank you, and have a wonderful day.